I will not be a part of any effort that is intended to or has the consequence of destabilizing the institution of the United States Supreme Court or our federal judiciary. I won't do it. I will not be a part of any effort to change the United States Supreme Court because I do not like the way that it is voting. The integrity of the court is as important as the integrity of this body. It is as important as the integrity of the executive branch. It is as important as the integrity of the United States Constitution. Judges are not supposed to be politicians with robes. Judges are not supposed to tell us what the law ought to be. They are supposed to tell us what the law is. That doesn't mean that sometimes judges don't make law. What's reasonable or unreasonable under the Fourth Amendment is a topic that our judges have to assess every day. But they have to, or at least they should, assess it with an open mind and with an understanding of the purpose of that constitutional amendment. Now, this is America. You're entitled to believe what you want. And you're entitled to say it. I don't much agree with my woker fellow Americans who think they're smarter and more virtuous than the American people, who think they have a monopoly on the truth. I believe they have the right to say what they want to, but I also believe you don't have the right. You're not really free if you can't express yourself, if you can't say what you think. So I'm not suggesting that this is not a topic that we shouldn't talk about. In fact, I'm interested in hearing what all of you have to say, particularly about the consequences, if any, of this legislation on the separation of powers. I think that's I'm rather fond of the Constitution. I'm rather fond of the part about the three branches of government. I'd like to maintain them. I'd like to lift up the institutions of the Constitution, including the United States Supreme Court. I'm not interested in tearing them down because I don't happen to like the way they vote. Dark money has been mentioned repeatedly. A great deal of money is being spent by conservatives, moderates, liberals in America. They have the right to spend that money to petition their government. I don't think it's fair just to blame one particular side. You know, the American people aren't stupid. They're not morons. They may not read Aristotle every day because they're too busy earning a living. But the American people can see that all sides are represented in this so-called dark money. I've been disappointed in the way the Supreme Court has voted before. I've been reading Supreme Court opinions since I was in law school. And I realize what you're thinking. You know, life is short. Kennedy should get one. But I enjoy reading Supreme Court opinions. For the longest time, it was part of my job when I taught in law school. Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't. But I have never and never will attack the institution of the United States Supreme Court. Now, We're about to find out what our Department of Justice is made of. We have had an unprecedented leak. Unprecedented. As despicable as it is dangerous at the United States Supreme Court. And for those who don't understand how the United States Supreme Court works internally, it's not like the United States Congress, where thousands of people could have access to a document. This is a very finite group of folks who could have had access to that document. And this leak, regardless of whether you agree with the draft opinion or disagree, has seriously undermined the confidence that we all have in the United States Supreme Court. We're about to find out what the United States Department of Justice is made of, because it can find this leaker if it wants to. And once that leaker is found, that person should be fired. That person should be disbarred. That person should be the defendant and whomever cares to bring a civil lawsuit. And that person should be prosecuted. That person also has a pretty difficult decision to make here in the next few days. I hope that I'm accurate, believe I'm accurate, and suggesting that every person who had access to this document that was leaked, is going to get a visit by the FBI. And the person who leaked this document is going to have to either tell the truth or lie to an FBI agent, which subjects them to criminal prosecution. So let's hope that our Department of Justice does its job. And in at least a small way, tries to restore a little bit of the integrity that this misguided zealot who leaked this document took away from the American people. I look forward to your testimony.
Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. And while you're at it, please leave us a comment. Thank you for watching.